me. I want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy on us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace. Under our command, O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, We will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
Biafrans all over the world. Biafrans all over the world. Let us continue to support Eastern Security Network and Biafra Liberation Army. Every day they stand in the gap to defend us and only need our support to do the work they do. For the safety, security, and freedom of our communities. Let us do this together. Go to www.ipobinUSA.org/DONATE. Also go to www.biafrarepugov.org/DONATE, where you can pay your liberation tax. We also accept donations on PayPal and Zelle. Just use the email address biafragov.org@gmail.com. For those in USA, we also accept donations or Cash App at $BIAFRAGOV. Freedom is not free, and together we restore it.
Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you so much for joining me on this program today. I appreciate everyone that has connected to this very program, wherever you are connecting from. I say, may Njoku continue to guide and protect every one of you that have joined me on this program. If you are watching me from Biafra land, my special thanks goes to you. If you are watching from any part of the zoo, you are watching from Africa, Asia, Europe, America, Australia, Canada, New Zealand. You are watching me from Russia, from China, from Israel. Wherever you are watching this program from, I welcome you and I say, may Njoku continue to guide and protect every one of you that has connected to this program. Thank you so much for joining. We have come once again to do what we know how to do best. And I have to remind you everything that in this very platform, for the sake of those who are watching across the world and those who are not Biafrans, who are seeing us for the very first time, this platform you are watching does not instigate violence. We do not attack people, we do not push propaganda or blackmails. We do not come here for saga. We don't come here to attack individuals. What we do in this platform is to sensitize and encourage Biafran people far and wide, wherever they are, to make sure that they focus on their freedom, to make sure that they hold strong on that which concerns them, to make sure that they do not give up their rights. That is what we do on this platform. In this platform, we come to debunk every lie they have told against us, because we all know that Biafra land is under occupation by Nigerian government, and they have told a lot of lies against the Biafran people, against our supreme leader, Mazi, against our Prime Minister, Mazi. Those lies are what we come here to debunk. A lot of things are happening in Nigeria that people are not being told. A lot of intimidation against the indigenous people, not only the Biafrans, is going on, but nobody has the balls to speak. That is why the Biafran people have taken it upon themselves to speak and speak loud, to tell the whole world the true situation of things in that contraption called Nigeria. That is what we do in this platform. In this platform, we are here to focus on those who have decided to enslave us. Every forces that have decided to enslave us, every of their instruments of oppression, every instrument of oppression against the Biafra people, we are here and we are standing against them. and we don't miss war, we will go after them as much as we can with all our strength, with all our energy, and we'll do everything possible to set ourselves free from their captivity. It does not matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter who sponsors them. It doesn't matter how many they are. It doesn't matter where they kept their strength. We don't care. One with God is majority. And as long as we are working with Njoku, we can fear no evil. Let them bring it on. We are ready to go with them to any length. In this very platform, I am here to remind Biafrans that you must hold on to your human rights. There are some rights that belongs to you that you must not gamble with. Regardless who is concerned, regardless who is talking to you, whether your pastor, your reverend, or your imam, whoever is talking to you, your benefactor, your parents, your brothers and sisters speaking to you, you must not give up your rights. Those rights that are supported by international law. Those rights supported by African law. Those rights supported by Nigerian law itself. These rights are the rights we must hold strong. We must hold strong. And every one of us, wherever you are watching from, that is why I'm here, to encourage you to hold on to those rights. Those rights that I'm talking about is one, the right to self-determination. The right to self-determination, it is your right to request for self-determination. And as we are asking for self-determination, we will continue to pursue it because it is our legitimate right, supported by international law, African law, and Nigerian law itself. Secondly, the right to self-defense. International law supports the right to self-defense. African law supports the right to self-defense. Nigerian law itself supports the right to self-defense. Even the Minister of Defense has campaigned for self-defense in that so-called Nigeria. These are the rights you must hold close. Another one is the right to life. You have the right to survive. Njoku gave you that right from the moment your mother gave back to you. As soon as you come down in that labor room, you have the right to survive. Nobody has the right to take away your life. That is how it is. These are the rights you must hold tight and strong with all your energy. And I'm here to remind you, Biafrans, that you must not give up those rights. They are trying everything possible to make you to give up these rights. These are your legitimate rights. But they are trying so hard to make sure they push you aside and make you forget about this right. I am here to tell you that you must hold on to that right and hold it strong. Hold on to that right and hold it strong. Do not gamble with it. Do not give it up. No matter what they say, no matter how they distract you, no matter how they gamble, do not give it up. Those are your legitimate rights. Hold it and hold it tight. That is why I'm here, to encourage you to hold on to those rights. And we will continue to hold on to those rights until we get into Biafra. Wherever you are as a Biafran. This platform you see today is a platform that is standing under the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, on the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi, and on the supreme command of Mazi. That is where we stand. In case you are seeing us for the very first time, the platform stands for Biafra Republic Government in Exile, under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi, and on the supreme command of Mazi. Hear it and hear it clear. In case you are not part of it, you can begin to make your choice on where to go, on what to listen to. In this very platform, it is a place where Biafrans come to interact with each other. We share views. Every of my program in the morning here is an interactive section. That is why I always put a link. And when I put the link, anybody who wants to make a contribution, any Biafran that wants to make a contribution, can come in and make his or her contribution. You have the right to your own opinion. You have the right to express yourself the way you want. In this very platform, we don't try to be politically correct. We say it exactly the way it is, not minding who is concerned. It's a platform where we share views. Every information you bring here, I bet you that the members of the cabinet of Biafra Republic of Exile are watching and they are listening. Whatever complaint you bring, they are going to listen. Whatever idea you bring, they're going to listen. Whatever argument you bring, they're going to listen. Any question you bring, they're going to listen. If I can't give you the answer, people are going to come on board to give you the answer. So feel free to ask any question of your choice. You must not agree with everything I say. Have that in your mind. You must not agree with everything I say. You have your own common sense to apply to everything I say. Make your verification. At the end of the day, you will come to conclusion, and then you can now follow up, so that you will not say, because I said it, that is why you are doing it. Every one of us will answer for ourselves. We will be responsible for everything we say or do. We are going to be held responsible for everything we say or do. So do not do a thing because your brother, your sister, your benefactor, your tribe man, your comrade, or somebody did something, and then you just follow him and begin to do it. No. Apply your common sense to every information that comes to you. At the end of the day, you will see the truth staring at you clear. The truth cannot be hidden. Sometimes we pretend that we don't know the truth, but the truth is always there staring at us. It's not hiding. It is not difficult to know the truth, but we continue to pretend not to see it. That is why I tell you, for every action you take, more especially in this very restriction of Biafra, you are going to face the consequence of your action. You wouldn't say because Mr. A was doing it and you join him, that was why this happened. Or Mr. A was doing it, B was doing that was why you join him and this happened. You are going to face your own music. I will face my own music. So in this platform, we also allow people, even if you are not a Biafran, you are a one Nigerianist, a hardcore one Nigerianist, and you have a question for us, come and ask your question. You have an argument, come and make your argument. You have a superior argument you want to bring on, come on board, feel free. If you're a one Nigerianist, there is something you are hearing about or you want us to explain to you, come and ask your question. We're going to answer you straight on. Even if you are not from Africa, you are from any part of the world, and there is something you are hearing about us that you're not sure of, you want to be convinced, come on and ask the question. If there's an advice you have for us, come on. The place is open for everybody. But the most important thing you must bear in mind when you're coming on board is that when you are coming here, you must be civil. You must try as much as possible to be civil. No matter how angry you are, no matter how depressed you are, no matter how confused you are, try to be civil. You can express your anger at the same time being civil. What we will not allow in this platform is insult. Using vulgar words on insult, we don't allow it on this platform. We don't. This is a platform that represents Biafra. And when we are representing Biafra, we represent well. So we don't use vulgar words here. We don't insult people. And we will not allow people to insult us. So as long as you come on board and you maintain this standard, we are going to give you ample time to say whatever you want to say. We're going to leave you to say what you want to say. This is a platform where Biafrans interact. Biafrans and their friends interact. So if you have any point to make or whatever contribution you have to make, feel free to come on board. All you need to do is just click that link and you will join me on the stage, and then we will commence on the program. Once again, I want to welcome everyone who has connected to this very program this morning. I welcome my beloved brother, Ibanda Tati. Thank you so much for joining once again. You are here. My beloved sister, Linda TV Show. You are always here with me. I appreciate you, my beloved sister. May Njoku and protect you. Sunday Christopher, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you, Sunday Christopher. Diana Agumbiade, thank you so much, Diana. You are always here. Thank you so much, Diana. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being there for me all the time. Benjamin Chikode, thank you so much, Benjamin. I appreciate you so much. AFB Global, thank you so much for joining. AFB Global, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you. Helen Peters, thank you so much, Helen. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you so much. Amuze Simon, I appreciate you, Amuze Simon. These are wonderful people. Every one of you, you are special. You are always here with me every time I come online. Without you, I cannot be coming online. It is you that gives me the strength and the energy to move on and continue to fire on, regardless the temptation, the obstacle, the hindrances. Sometimes if you see some of my video, you find that I'm very, very tired, almost getting sleepy, but I still have to come online. You'll be surprised when you see some of my video, it will seem as if I'm sleepy already. It is a heavy load. I have so many other things to do. But at the same time, the issue of Biafra is number one. I cannot afford to let it go. I can't afford to live a complete day without speaking to my people. That is how important Biafra is to me. Machi Best Channel, thank you so much for joining Machi Best Channel. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for joining. So, everyone that have joined this morning, I appreciate every one of you. And once again, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greetings according to your time zone. And now we go into the program of the day. When you look at the topic I chose here, it says, the overwhelming victory of Biafra is evidence. Under Biafra Republic in Exile, Prime Minister Mazi Ekpa, Njoku. I welcome every one of you. The overwhelming victory of Biafra is evidence. The overwhelming victory of Biafran people, our overwhelming victory is evidence. People who deny it are cowards, haters, people that hate themselves. They are the people that deny this fact. The overwhelming victory of Biafra is evident everywhere. You can see it right, left, and center. Anywhere you put your eye, you will see that we are victorious. And no man born of a woman can stop it. Under the Biafra Republic government in exile, on the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Ekpa, and on the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi, the overwhelming evidence of victory is everywhere. Look at your left, you will see victory. Look at your right, you will see victory. Look at your back, you see. Look at your front, you see victory. The only people that are denying this victory today are the enemies, the envious people, the jealous idiots, the saboteurs. They will never see this evidence. But does it matter whether they see it or not? Whether they see it or not, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It exists. There are evidence everywhere of the success that we made under our Prime Minister Mazi Ekpa through Biafra Republic of Desire. And more success is coming on a daily basis. The only thing you need to do is to focus and look sincerely. Keep away your hatred, keep away your anger, keep away your malice, keep away your greed. You will see the reality of life. That Biafra, the success of Biafra is evidence everywhere, including those who have said in the past that Biafra cannot come, who said that Biafra is dead. They can now see it much clearer than ever that Biafra will never die. It wasn't dead before and will never ever die. The only thing you need to do as a Biafra is to keep your heart clean. Be sincere to yourself and be sincere to your neighbors. Focus on the pursuit of your freedom. Stop antagonizing your own brothers. Remove your envy and jealousy. Every single one of us as Biafrans have our own responsibility. Every single one of us, we have our own responsibility. You can see our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Chukwu gave him his own responsibility, and he followed it up until he was kidnapped. That responsibility was on his shoulder. He carried it, not minding. Even when they were calling him name, there's no kind of name they didn't come as Nnamdi. They made an attempt to his life several times, and yet he was still carrying that responsibility on his shoulder up to the moment when they kidnapped him from Kenya. Till this day, as you are watching this video, Mazi Nnamdi is still carrying his own responsibility on his shoulder. What about you? From the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi till date, the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Government have been given an assignment by Chukwu Abiyama. He has been given an assignment. That assignment was given to him and he accepted it. From the moment Mazi Nnamdi saw him, you know, Mazi Nnamdi is much more spiritual than you can ever understand. He saw him. He knew that he was coming with a new dimension. And he knew that this is a man who is coming to answer his call. Mazi Nnamdi did not hinder that call. Mazi Nnamdi did not pose as a barrier to hinder our Prime Minister from receiving the call. He did not pose as a barrier. He gave way. He welcomed him and announced him. Mazi Nnamdi personally announced the Prime Minister and called him the new dimension. And for that moment, he took up his own assignment. He saw the responsibility that was given to him. He carried it. That was his own assignment, to liberate us and to hold us strong and take us into Biafra in the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He took up that very responsibility. Attack were coming from right, left, and center. There were wars, hatred coming from all angles, missiles coming from, including from his own brothers and sisters. Everywhere. From the Ohanes and Igbo, from the government, from politicians, from all manner of places. And yet, he did not waver. He did not run away. He did not shake. He continued to move. Until this moment that we're here, he carried his own responsibility. And from that time up to date, he has been following up in that his own responsibility. I gave you example of these two people, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Samaneva. Myself here and you that is watching, what are we doing with our own assignment? Every one of us have an assignment. But the problem is that some of us have left our own assignment and we are looking towards someone else's assignment. Some of us have ignored our own responsibility, what we are supposed to do, and we are focusing on things that doesn't concern us. I am asking you today, that assignment that Chukwu gave you to do for Biafran people, how far have you gone? How good are you in it? How effective are you carrying it? Answer this question sincerely from your heart, and your life will never be the same. The reason why some of us today are occupied with envy and jealousy, hatred, have occupied them to the extent that some of them have turned to a sabodua, is because they have refused to accept what Chukwu have placed in their hand. Some of them were given a great and wonderful assignment in area which they will perform very well, but they felt that they want to be in the front line. They felt that that very area that we are given will not make them shine. It will not make them pronounce, and they begin to look for a place where they will be on top of the mountain and the whole world will look at them. Forgetting that wherever you are as a light, you will be discovered. As long as you do your own part, you will be discovered. It does not matter the assignment you are given. If you are doing your own part effectively and sincerely from the bottom of your heart, you will be discovered. But what do we see? People leave their own responsibility and they are busy chasing shadows. I ask you once again, what are you doing with the assignment that Chukwu gave you on behalf of Biafrans? What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you still in line, or you are still busy gossiping? You are still busy pursuing your hatred and wickedness. You are still busy trying to pull somebody down for you to go up. And you forgot that when you are holding someone on the floor, you can never ever stand up except that person stands. Once you're holding somebody down, you cannot stand except that person stands. That is one thing some of us fail to understand. When you are busy trying to pull somebody down, you are equally pushing yourself down, down, down to drain. And you will drown eventually. You will drown. The best thing you can do is to discover your own assignment and pursue it. There are a lot of jobs to do. So many things to do in this actualization of Biafra. So many responsibilities. The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic today is in the forefront, doing what he's supposed to do excellently. He is doing what he's supposed to do excellently. What about you? What about you? There are some people that their own responsibility today is to sponsor the Biafran struggle financially. What are you doing? Are you doing it? Or you are still giving an excuse? Some of them are saying that when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out, before they will contribute. And you heard Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say we should ignore you, that you are not part of us. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in his own words, said, anybody that say he's waiting for him to come before he contribute is a saboteur, is a distractor. A distraction from the pit of hell. We should forget about those people. Chukwu gave you that wealth to fight for your freedom and for the freedom of your people. But because of wickedness, envy, jealousy, and greed, you do not want to share it. You don't want to support it. Don't worry. When the canker worm will visit you, you will understand. You will understand. You are one of those who is blessed In a prayerful form, you are a prayer warrior. You can pray, you can fast. You can pray very well, you can fast. How many times do you put Biafra in prayer? Biafra never comes to your mouth in your prayer. The freedom of your people never comes to your mouth in your prayer. Even when you know that that is area where you're gifted, you can pray, you can fast to whatever you believe in, and it will answer you. But yet, in your prayers, you don't remember the freedom of your people. You should be ashamed of yourself. There are some of us, they are very good in evangelism. Even as I'm broadcasting, there are people who can broadcast better than I do, but they are hiding. Some of them use their own opportunity to go and do saga. Some of them use their own platform to go and begin to do comedy. They focus on comedy. They focus on saga. They focus on talking about irrelevant issues to entertain themselves. But you know that gift that was given to you was to liberate your own people, and you have failed to do it. But when it comes to castigate somebody who has taken up his own assignment, you'll be number one to castigate such person. You should be ashamed of yourself. Some of us are good in obeying instructions. That is your own. When they say sit at home, sit your butt at home. Talk about it and sit at home. Something as simple as sit at home. Instructions you can't obey. You will not obey simple instruction. You will be one of those who will be pushed out to be used as a propaganda and blackmail against us. And tomorrow they will say the prime minister have done bad. Meanwhile, if you obey simple instruction, your life will be safe, your property will be safe, everything about you will be safe. Some of us, our own gift is to share this video. When you see videos that are talking about Biafra, you share it and share it, like it and share it. Invite people, share it and make it go viral. Some of us are gifted in that. You have a good platform. You can share videos. You can like videos. You can reach out to people, but yet you're not doing it. And you are busy complaining and looking towards somebody who is serious on his own responsibility, doing it accordingly. Every one of us have area of job. There is division of labor in this very restoration of Biafra that we are in. You must try as much as possible to focus on your own side. Then and only then you can see Biafra clearer. Our victory is evidence. Every one of you that stepped doubting the coming of Biafra is because you are not paying attention. You are not aligned. You are still occupied with greed. You are still occupied with envy and jealousy. You are still occupied with hatred. Instead of you to focus on your freedom, instead of you to concentrate on that which will unite us together, you are focusing on that which will divide us. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what you do. Whether you support Biafra or you don't support it, Biafra will definitely come.
Biafrans all over the world, let us continue to support Eastern Security Network and Biafra Liberation Army. Every day they stand in the gap to defend us and only need our support to do the work they do. For the safety, security, and freedom of our communities, let us do this together. Go to www.ipobinUSA.org/DONATE. Also go to www.biafrepublicgov.org/DONATE, where you can pay your liberation tax. We also accept donations on PayPal and Zelle. Just use the email address biafragov.org@gmail.com. For those in USA, we also accept donations or Cash App at $BIAFRAGOV. Freedom is not free, and together we restore it.
Biafrans, every one of us have a responsibility in this journey, and we must concentrate and focus on what is real. We can see our enemies are not stopping. But you should know that it is our responsibility to make Biafra come. You see, when I speak here, I tell you that you are entitled to your opinion. Every one of us, we are entitled to our own opinion. Even if you don't agree with Biafra, we don't have a problem with you. But where we have a problem is when you rise up and you are fighting against us. Our Prime Minister has said it, that we are not against any group, any pressure group, in any way you decide to choose to begin to fight for your own freedom. We are not against it. However you want to do it, we are not against it. Even if you decide not to fight for it, we are not against it. But where you get in problem with us is when you are not doing what you're supposed to do and you are focusing on us, channeling your energy to fight us when you know that we are not after you. In that case, we are going to unleash everything on you and you will never remain the same. In this our time, in this generation, just like the Prime Minister said, we are going to finish what Dim Odumegwu started. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It doesn't matter how you feel. The truth is that this generation of Biafra, we make Biafra a reality. I want you to listen to this very interview. There was an interview that was granted when somebody was being asked that if Dim Odumegwu was alive today, that he's not going to be fighting for Biafra. And the response marvels me. The man told him, it doesn't matter. Everybody has his opinion. You might think that Dim Odumegwu will fight against Mazi, but that's not the case. It doesn't really matter. Even if he disagrees with us, we are entitled to our own opinion. Even though most of those who that speak on that, their conventional media, I don't trust them, I don't believe in them, but sometimes they make sense. I will use the word they say to judge them. So in this present time, those of us who believe that we can make it happen, don't allow anybody to distract you. Let's listen to this interview.
So you reckon that if Njoku were alive today,
yes,
he will be saying to Nnamdi Kanu, that's not the way to go?
Njoku may not say so to Nnamdi Kanu for the simple reason that Njoku and I believe every right-thinking person should also take into consideration the fact that every citizen, every adult citizen is entitled to his or her own point of view. So that if Nnamdi Kanu believes that Biafra should be a separate country, that is a point of view.
Because that would have been consistent with what Njoku believed and did in the late 60s.
The circumstances, I keep referring you to the situation at the time.
Situation changed.
Yes. So when situations change, so people can shift ideologically. So that's the point, that what we're dealing with today is not so much about where Mr. A or Mr. B stands on these issues, but the right and freedom of people to agitate for whatever they want, so long as they do it within the law. So it's not a question of where do I stand. Basically, it's a matter of what rights are we entitled to as citizens of Nigeria, and how are those rights protected under the law?
So you don't agree with the way Nnamdi Kanu is playing the politics of Biafra today, but you believe he has a right to his position, to hold his position. Is that correct?
That's the point I'm making, that he has the right to hold his views and to agitate for separation. Then I have the right to say, well, I think I need to look at this differently. It is what we need to do is to ensure at all times that we uphold individual rights and freedoms. That's the bottom line.
Okay.
I played this video for you to understand certain things that are happening. When it comes to what we are doing today as Biafrans, as agitators, it is our right. It is your right to demand for your freedom. It is your right to ask for self-determination. You see, that is why sometimes when you see people talk down on Mazi Simon Ekpa, when they talk about arresting Mazi Simon Ekpa, they talk about contacting the Finland government or whatever for Mazi Simon Ekpa, I begin to wonder. Everything we are doing today is on our right. In our right. And when you look, when that man was explaining, Chido Fodile was explaining what he was explaining, you can see clearly that the situation today of Biafra people, except you are lying to yourself, except you are a hater, a liar. If you can tell yourself the truth, you can understand that the situation of Biafra today is worse than you can ever imagine. And the only alternative and solution is freedom. There is no plan whatsoever to make sure that Biafrans get into Nigeria and be part of it. what we see on daily basis is the act of taking Biafra away, far, far away from Nigeria. What we are seeing today in their policy, in their decision, in their appointments, is that they do not want the Biafrans anywhere around them. It is very pronounced more than ever. It is much more pronounced today more than ever. So the situation today warrants that we have to move, get our freedom, and walk out of the zoo. That is the only answer. And if you deny this, if you deny this fact, you are lying to yourself and you are evil. You are evil. Every sensible man today, if you can tell yourself the truth, the situation today, the only thing that it warrants today is that we should ask for our freedom. And when he talks asking it on the law, everything our prime minister do today is based on international law. We are not going against the law in any way, in any manner. We have not breached the law. The prime minister of Biafra, the Republic of exile, some of them used to forget. He's a man that read international law. He read international law, and there is no way he will be in Finland and he'll be violating the law. It's not possible. That is why when I look at them, when they call for his arrest, I begin to laugh. And let me play. You see the demand they are making. Let me play what they were saying in their useless house of whatever. Let's see. Let's see. You know, recently, initially we are pretending. They were pretending nothing is happening. They were pretending nothing is happening. They don't even want to recognize our president. But recently today, they have recognized him as the leader of the IPOB presently. He has been recognized. And they have now found out that actually we are doing what we promised to do. And every single thing the Liberation Army of Biafra is doing today is based on self-defense. Our Prime Minister have said it, announced it, say it time and time again. And I don't know why it is very hard for people who claim to be learned to understand. You are calling Finland to arrest Mazi because he is bringing knowledge to his own people. Because he's calling people not to sleep. They should wake up and take up their responsibility. You are calling on Finland. You will call and call forever. And before you wake up, you will see Biafra flying their flag. You will call forever. When you wake up, you see Biafra flying their flag. Every single thing we are doing today is based on self-defense, which your own Minister of Defense have announced and said that people should defend themselves. How is it so difficult for this to understand? Of course, you will not understand because of your hatred, because of your evil agenda, because of your own wickedness. You will not understand. But I thank Njoku that the whole world is not as blind as you are. The whole world is not as wicked as you have it in Britain and the US. There are still some countries that accommodate human rights to the highest. Finland is one of them that holds the right of human being to the highest level, regardless your tribe, your location, wherever you are. This is one of the people that hold the human right to the highest level, and I appreciate them for that. Let us hear their cry. Let us hear their cry in their House of Representatives.
Nigeria's Chief of Defense Staff, Christopher Musa, says the activities of Finland-based agitator Simon Ekpa are hampering security efforts in the southeast. He spoke alongside other service chiefs and the Inspector General of Police, Ekpa at the kickoff of sectoral debates in the House of Representatives. National Assembly correspondent Njoku has more.
Security is one of the 8 focal points of the recently unveiled legislative agenda by the Speaker, 10th House of Representatives, Abbas Tajuddin. Service chiefs, led by the Chief of Defense Staff, Christopher Musa, with the Inspector General of Police, Ekpa, arrived the chamber to brief legislators on their activities. The Speaker says the sectoral debate becomes necessary to enhance the nation's security.
Over the last few years, we have made significant progress in tackling insecurity through improved investment by the federal government and the gallantry.
The security chiefs take turn to intimate lawmakers of their activities while they seek parliament support in all ways possible. They say insurgency is on the decline in the aftermath of counter-forces action, just as no Nigerian territory is under the control of terrorists. Nigeria, they say, is now a pirate-free country, but insist budgetary allocations cannot fund security operations. The activities of his self-acclaimed agitator, Simon Ekpa, are also a stumbling block to security efforts in the southeast region.
Samuel Ekpa has become a menace to this country. Finland is having a free way, encouraging him to do what he's doing. By his utterances and his actions, he's affecting what is happening in Nigeria.
Our strategy as an army is the deployment of forces in each of the 6 geopolitical zones to conduct operations to combat the security threats.
There is no navy that can function without adequate resources. We are doing our best within the available resources, but we continue to seek your intervention and your support.
Estimative intelligence demanded greater unity of ongoing kinetic efforts towards containing the activities of the separatist groups.
The manpower in the police today is grossly inadequate. Even the criminals know that.
Inadequate funding, lack of requisite training, shortage of manpower, logistics and accommodation are some of the challenges they identified. The security chiefs want education and sensitization programs for the people as they advocate public support in the fight against insecurity. They want citizens to see security as everyone's business and not the exclusive preserve of security agents. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.
Heard from these criminals, do you see that every budget and plan they have is against the Biafra people? This is a country where terrorists have taken over the northern part of the country. This is a nation where a country where terrorists have taken over the north. They mount their flag, they collect tax, they stop people from going to farm. In the northern part of Nigeria, they take over villages and rename it. And yet, they are not concerned. But the people who has come out to ask for their legitimate right, which is self-determination, we are not asking for self-determination in secret. We are not hiding to ask it. You know what we want. What we want is a referendum. We are requesting for referendum. This area, people, innocent people, genuine people with a genuine demand, that is where their whole military is focusing their attention, and they ignore the north, where the terrorists have taken over. And when we call this country a terrorist country, you don't understand. And look at them confessing. Everything they are saying here is what we have known in the past. We know they don't have the capacity to face Biafrans. They don't have it. Every single thing they are saying here, we know it even before now. They don't have the capacity. You know, for a very long time, even our Supreme Leader Mazi have been saying it on his platform that when the Biafran army will be unleashed, they cannot be a match to us. They can't be a match. It will be one soldier to 30 men. It will be one soldier to 30 men. When Mazi was saying it, they thought it was a joke. Today you see them confessing right, left, and center. And they have ignored the northern part of Nigeria, where the terrorists whose agenda is to take life and properties of the indigenous people, to protect them. They are not doing that. But they are focused on those people who are making their genuine demand of a legitimate right of referendum, a democratic request. That is what we are making, referendum. Allow the people to take a decision. What is their fate? That is now where the area where you focus. That is where they channel their energy. That is where they take all their forces. You see all their forces, Air Force, Navy, Army, all of them coming to speak on Biafra issue. And they have made their march. They are crying about our Prime Minister Mazi in Finland. And they're talking about Mazi that he's destroying their effort. He's jeopardizing their effort. And ask them, what effort, what is that effort they are making in Biafra land? The effort they're making there is to take innocent life, to destroy life and property, to destroy businesses. And you see them doing it without shame. And the whole world is watching. The whole world is watching. They do it, they brag about it, and they come here and say that Mazi Simon, the Prime Minister of Biafra, is jeopardizing their effort. And if you don't know what they are doing, you'll be thinking they were doing something good. What Mazi Simon is jeopardizing is the destruction of Biafra land, destruction of life and property. And I want you to listen to our Prime Minister respond to them. Listen to our response to our Prime Minister to this criminal.
Today will be in the history as a day the terrorist chief of defense staff, IGP, and all Nigeria terrorist service chiefs appeared at their green Islamic chamber called the National Assembly, the House of Representatives, to cry how Biafra have defeated them. They accused my humble self, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, of sabotaging security in the East. I do not know what kind of sabotage they are talking about, but I want to inform the world today that Biafra Liberation Army killed those who came to Biafra land to kill our women and children. They killed them. And they will continue to do that till the last day we will stay in Nigeria. The sabotage the Prime Minister of Biafra have done against the Nigeria terrorist state is that I rose up to defend the defenseless. I rose up to speak and give voice to the voiceless. I rose up to say enough is enough. You have killed enough and somebody have to do something. That is the sabotage they are talking about. The sabotage that the terrorist Nigeria army we are talking about today is that Simon Ekpa rose up to stop the Islamization of Biafrans, to stop the expansion of the Islamic State in the eastern region of Nigeria. That is the sabotage they are talking about. And if that is what they know to be sabotage, I will be sabotaging them 100 times a week, 200 times a day, 300 times a week. As long as we continue to remain and fight for our freedom from Nigeria, this particular sabotage is globally acceptable.
Apart from our Prime Minister, you see these people, I think they lack wisdom. They should come and learn. They should come and learn. Mazi Simon Ekpa, every single thing he's doing is based on international law. He has not violated any law in any way. Some of them used to forget that this man read international law. He read international law. He has masters in international law. So it's not. I don't know why. I don't know where they kept their mind. I don't know where they kept my mind. And you wake up, you want to call Finland to do this and do that, and you think that the Finnish government are stupid. You think that every country is as stupid as Nigeria, as stupid as UK and your Kenya and United States. They are not the same. There are still some people that maintain integrity. There are some countries that still have respect for humanity. There are still countries that have respect to rule of law. Everybody is not as clueless as you are. You have had a response. When somebody say, here you say he's sabotaging, without knowing what actually he's sabotaging, you will not understand. His sabotage is stopping you from taking innocent life, stopping you from destroying properties of people, stopping you from taking the life of young ones prematurely, stopping you from burning the houses of innocent people, house they didn't build. That is what they are complaining about. And just get it what he said. He said he will do it again and again and again. He said he will do it again and again and again. So prepare yourself. The freedom of Biafran people is evidence. When I hear our Prime Minister speak, when I see him address issues, my heart is filled with joy. When I hear he responds to so many issues, my heart is filled with joy. I thank Njoku who gave us Mazi Simon Ekpa. First of all, build him as a pillar. Kept him in a country where he will be secured. A country that knows the rule of law. A country that cares about humanity. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama be praised. If not for Mazi Samuel Ekpa today, what would be our fate? Seeing what is happening today. If not for Mazi Samuel Ekpa, what will be our fate? Seeing what is happening today. After the London boy have deceived people, after the London boy have deceived people to go and legitimize a drug baron as a president, after the London boy has succeeded in dragging the Biafran people into legitimizing a drug baron as a president, and today, because of that single act, look at what they are facing in Lagos State. Some of you don't know. One of the reasons why you are seeing the destruction, you are seeing the massive destruction of property you are seeing in Lagos is because of the election. The way the Biafran people responded to the call of the London boy. The response of the Biafran people to the call of the London boy, that is one of the major reasons why properties have been destroyed the way it is destroyed today. They have been doing it initially, but not at this scale. Destruction of properties in Lagos has been happening long ago, but not at this scale that it is today. What triggered them this time around is the response of Biafrans. We told you, you didn't listen. We warned you, you didn't listen. Do not participate in election. You didn't listen. You went and participated. Today, look at it. You see the result. Destruction of properties in Lagos State. Either they tell you the land is here, the land is there, giving us one excuse or the other. The land is here. Where we are there, when the foundation of those places were laid. Where we are there. Most of those who were estates, you were the one that gave out the estate. You are the one that gave a license to the estate. You commissioned the estate. Where were you when the foundation was laid? You were there watching. You never said a word. You ignored it until this moment. Now you are destroying properties of people here and there. You started from the market, burning markets. When you burn the market and you see that the burning is not doing enough, you begin to lock up the market. After locking up the market, it seems it's not enough. You begin to chase them to their homes, take over their houses. The only thing that triggered what happened today is because of your support to the London board, because of the election, which we warned you do not come out. But you ignored it. Today, our prime minister have won again. Are you going to listen? The prime minister of Biafra Republic of Nigeria have warned again. Will you listen? It is left for you. Whether you listen or not, it is left for you. If you listen, that money you are throwing away, you don't know what to do with the money. That money you're throwing away, invest that money in your freedom. That money you are using to go and cover swamp, you're using to go and cover swamp in Lagos, invest that money in your freedom. So that when you have your own nation, you can be able to have a guaranteed property, a guaranteed wealth. You can be as rich as you are supposed to be. Let me tell you, if you are a millionaire in Nigeria today, know that you're supposed to be a billionaire, not a millionaire. If you are counting in hundreds in the present Nigeria, know that you're supposed to be a millionaire. And if you are a billionaire, a Biafran billionaire in the present Nigeria, know that you're supposed to be a trillionaire. Whatever you have in Nigeria today is not your best. They are holding you down. The earlier you begin to channel your energy and invest in what matters, the better for you. That money you are throwing away, that money you don't know what to do with, you use it to cover swamp. Every time they destroy your house, invest that money in your freedom. The time is now. The time is now. Biafra's success is very, very open and clear. If you continue to ignore it, at your own risk.
Biafrans all over the world, let us continue to support Eastern Security Network and Biafra Liberation Army. Every day they stand in the gap to defend us and only need our support to do the work they do. For the safety, security, and freedom of our communities. Let us do this together. Go to www.ipobinUSA.org/DONATE. Also go to www.biafra FRAREPUBLICGOV.org/DONATE, where you can pay your liberation tax. We also accept donations on PayPal and Zelle. Just use the email address biafragov.org@gmail.com. For those in USA, we also accept donations or Cash App at $BIAFRAGOV. Freedom is not free, and together we restore it.
You're welcome back. So as I was saying, invest your money where it matters. Invest your money where it's supposed. Do not invest your money where it will not yield you anything. Invest your money where you're supposed. You're welcome. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Michael?
Can you hear me, Michael?
Please, if you want to join the platform, you can sit up and put something on. Put something on. You wear your clothes, sit up and put something on if you want to join the platform. We will not like in a situation where you come up on the stage naked, because this platform is representing Biafra, is representing the government of Biafra. We wouldn't want to be creating a wrong impression out there. We wouldn't want to be creating a wrong impression. Please, everybody has the right to join us on stage. Make your contribution, say your own word, but in doing that, I applaud you to please let us appear in a way that we will be representing Biafra better. The whole world is watching us as we are coming online on a daily basis. You might think that you are the only one watching. You might think nobody is watching. The whole world is watching us. Everything we do, whatever we do at any given point in time, the whole world is watching and they are observing. That is why each time you come online, please, I beg you in the name of Njoku, you try as much as possible to represent Biafra properly. It is very important. Let us represent Biafra properly, because the nation is ours. We make it what it is. We make it what it is. We don't have to allow people to see us as unserious people. Thank you so much. You're welcome, my beloved brother. Good to see you. Mazi best.
My brother. Yeah,
you're welcome.
Choose. Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning, my beloved brother. Good to see you.
Thank you very much. I'm so happy to join you this. Thank you. For a long
Michael,
time
mute your. Listen, Michael, please mute. Mute, Michael. Go on, my brother. Mazi best.
Yeah, I've not been able to join you all this way, so I'm so sorry.
We missed you. We've been missing you.
Even yesterday I tried to see if I can, but I couldn't meet up. So I want to greet my fellow Biafrans. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Thank everyone for the support we are giving our Prime Minister in the cabinet, Biafra Republic government in exile. I want to thank you once again, my brother Choose, for the good job you are doing for keeping it free, and all the media warrior under the Biafra Republic government in exile. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Akbarao. People are doing a very great job. Please keep it up.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, my brother, this morning the topic we are treating is very interesting one. The victory. Our victory is inevitable. So it's something that even the blind can see it as it is now, and the deaf can also hear. But the problem they are facing in the zoo is that they not just only the zoo, but the zoo is the worst. They are the black people. They are just like people. When we talk about poverty, their own poverty is that there's two different type of poverty. Poverty of the mind, which is the worst poverty one can think of. That is the poverty the black people, most importantly, those in the zoo are suffering from. So they are so poor in mind that even when they see, and they have continued to live in denial, they refuse to accept the simple truth. And that have made them to, even when they are seeing the truth, they prefer to believe the lies instead of believing the truth. And they continue to tell themselves that lie to the extent that they even tend to believe their own lie, even when they know that what they are saying is lie, but they believe it as if it's true. And one thing they fail to understand in this life is that when truth is being said, it does not matter the way you look at it. It does not matter whether you accept it as a truth or not. It's truth, is truth. Nothing again you can do about it. If you do not believe it that is truth, it will never change it not to be the truth. If you accept it that is the truth, it will not change it to be what? Truth. It remains what? Truth. That's why we say that truth is constant. And only the truth can stand the test of time. So it's only lies that when you continue to tell that lies, even if you like, try to convince everybody they agree with you. Time shall come when something may happen again. That issue may be revisited. And when it's revisited, it will discover that what? It is lie. Automatically, everything you did that time will always be what? Be in vain. So maybe you might have even got away with it, but people will be able to know that, oh, that time it was lie, or we didn't know. But once it's truth, it is what? Truth. Nothing you do, even if in million years to come, anytime you revisit it still remains that truth. So it can never change. It remains how it is. So my brother, our people have those in the zoo and those who don't want to believe that truth, they have made themselves that kind of, they are now living in the bondage, mental slavery, have caged them to the extent that what? They can't even believe the truth any longer. They continue to tell themselves lies. And they don't even when they are enslaved, this mental slave, they don't even want to believe that they are in slavery. They keep on telling you that, yeah, no, they are the right, they are on the right stage. Look at somebody will believe that what? Nigeria can work again. How can somebody believe that zoo can work again? Like this, the London boy. Few days ago, I saw the interview, what I call interview or press briefing or something like that. They were asking questions. So he was trying to lament on how the country, how the people are in, how they did. So the Zoom media with that kind of narrative, they always channel. Once this election is finished, the next one they are targeting another election already. Begin to think ahead. There's their new politicians. Even when the one they did is nothing to write home about, they already focusing on the next election. So they went for that to ask him. They want for that to know his intentions. He's already said that it is not over. They will continue to fight this and that. Okay, the one you did, you know that is what? Symbolic. You didn't get the victory you claim that you have, and you cannot recover the mandate you claim that you recover through the court. You say you will do it again. Now they were asking him, so he gets angry, saying they should not ask him that question. He's talking about that. He's not even talking. So for him now, he have realized that he's not even thinking of, not for them, he's not trying to let the journalists know. There's no point for you to begin to think of 2027 election when you cannot even show that this Nigeria, you can hold it to that point in time. So now he have realized that the Nigeria he believed that is alive, claiming that Biafra is dead. He now realized that nothing is in it. So it's coming down on him that now nothing he can do, because this one is no longer hidden. Opudential, they rob you your victory. I tell you that you can't do anything, and truly you can't do anything. when they tell you that, and those who even claim the victory, who rob you the victory now, who's on the power, they are doing it anyhow they like. They knew that what the country is already collapsing. They don't care. They don't care whether you exist. The country is collapsing. They keep on telling you to adjust, to say this thing is not over. Say you are not ruling. Why not try to bring up as at least element of governance so that people will know that yes, you are in the power. Instead, you are still doing the old system. You don't have money. You go and borrow money. When you go and borrow money, what do you do with it? You go and begin to purchase a vehicle. Foreign this, you don't even have, look at your naira is falling. You don't know value again. And because you don't have forex, there is exchange reason. You still look the one you have. You carry to go and buy the reason. And you don't have anything you are producing to give you back to at least to make your own currency. So those of them who were living in good, they now look, and anyone that remain from the one you borrow, they distribute it, they share it, they loot it, and then go ahead to begin look for another avenue to borrow another one. You see? So these are the things that are going on in that zoo. You have now realized that every effort you make, thinking that you do it, doesn't even go and snap picture, go and eat and wine and dine with the terrorists, and take picture with them and stay and pray with them, thinking that will make them now to love him and give him the presidency. Everything I've done on him, that all those things is just what the West, because he was living in denial. He don't want to accept that truth. That is what is happening in the zoo. So he deceived those that are who want to believe that they are lies. And we stood on our part, and now victory is beginning to come. That there's now you can see that the chief of defense staff can come out and begin to what they have been hiding, what they have been covering, and now know that they can't hide anymore. That our prime minister, our prime minister is now is become a menace to them. Why wouldn't he be a menace to you? Look at somebody. Do you see? Like as I said, that they live in lies. And at times they begin to believe themselves. Say he claimed that no portion of the Nigeria is under the territory of Boko Haram again. Complete lies. Just last week, I think is it Borno governor also? Or is it Zamfara state governor? Is Zamfara state governor? Something like that. They say he went to Borno. Yes.
There are video evidence of where Boko Haram is occupying today.
Occupying about, they say more than eight local governments in the Borno. Nothing, nobody. They don't have any access to that place. These people are the one controlling it. They don't go to that place. This one I'm telling you is that they attack the convoy. But the only thing that the governor is not, they don't follow this. So after they finish the whatever program he went for there, he now went to airport to go and take this thing. Then why is the convoys is coming that they attack them, and he's telling us there's no territory is under this. So these are the lies. Then where he now know that this security is in the east, the southeast is where he's fighting insecurity. What is the insecurity in the southeast? The insecurity in the south is people who are demanding for their rights, who are agitating for their rights of self-determination. And now this brings me now to the interview you played, the man they were asking, who were trying to let the zoo journalists know that it does not matter whatever you feel. Somebody have rights. You have to understand this, that somebody have rights to demand, to agitate for his rights. It does not matter how you feel it. It does not matter whether you like it. Thank you. You may not like it. Fine. But he have that right to demand it. You must give him that right. Then you not come, okay, this is the right you are demanding. Can we do it this way? That is what we call dialogue. You not dialogue with the person. You have to first of all understand that what he's standing for is on his right. Exactly. Now, what they are trying to deceive themselves, like I said, that they always like to live in lies. They are trying to say, okay, the narrative they want to present is that after the war, they signed that there will be nothing like this again. Njoku said there will be no. Even if Njoku say no more Biafra, fine, that is Njoku. That is his own right as a person.
Exactly.
That does not mean that any other person in Biafra land don't have the right to say that I want Biafra. What we do is what to know whether if other people will support him or not. If people support him, that's why our leader, when he comes, he said that what? Let's have what? Referendum. The same issue now, when they point to law, it's okay, it's not in the constitution. What is the constitution? Constitution is not human being that made the constitution. Is law meant for man for the law? Which one? And then you claim that they have National Assembly. All these years they have been using to do all this, their nonsense they are doing, deploying a military gun, they do crocodile dance and the python dance. Now python can no longer dance but do or die. That's why they are not crying. So if their pythons is still dancing, now they will come and begin to talk. Say Simon has become a menace to them. You see it? So because their python cannot dance again, you claim that you have National Assembly. After you say go through your National Assembly, why not amend that constitution to allow the referendum so that the will of people can prevail? This is what we needed. As simple as ABC. Not to go and kill those you claim that is a citizen. If you claim that is citizens, why must you kill them? And because they are killing those who are demanding for their rights, and they like I said earlier, the poverty of the mind, those who also call themselves Nigerians now, supporting the evil they are committing. And why are they supporting them? Thinking that after supporting them, you will not also come and have your own right. How do you come to have your own right? They now tell you that this person is the problem. You support him, say this person, somebody who is fighting for his rights and your own right at the same time. You will not go against him, being to call him terrorist. After that, you say you want to have election that you will be able to make the country better. How? And you forget that the person who is in charge is the same person who is calling somebody who is demanding for his rights a terrorist, and you support him. And you forget that the person will also turn back and tell you that that right you are demanding, you want to take away from where he's sitting. You see it?
Injustice against one is injustice against all.
Injustice against all. So that is exactly what they face now. And that's why when they come out, after your reason, when they come out, when they were killing IPOB, just holding a flag and protest, Nigerians they keep quiet. Now when they come out to protest, answers, they went after them and killed them as well.
The same thing happened to them.
The same thing happened to them. Now they come and do it. Okay, after that, you now realize that, oh, these people can kill us also, even when we are not agitating for freedom, when we are not agitating to break up the country. Because they told them that time, because these people want to break up the country. That's the reason why you supported them. They now realize that not just because they want to break up the country, they are killing them. That you also, if you demand their right for a better zoo, they will also kill you because you don't have that right. And because you have supported them, believe their lies that time, you don't have the guts now to stand. So that is exactly what happened. And now they foolishly went again and support them, thinking that they will now. How do you intend to overrun the terrain in his own territory? He is the one in power. He is the one controlling the election. You say you want to take over the power. It's so unfortunate. Jokers. So, my brother, they are now beginning to see. I can see since 2 days now. You see how all the internet is on fire. When they now realize, because those who are living in denial, that what our prime minister, through the Biafra Republic government is doing is just fake. Yes. Those who call him a Nigerian agent, those who say he's a criminal, this and that, they can now beginning to feel that yes, Nigeria have been feeling the heat too, but they just keep quiet, they just keep moving. Today, they can no longer hold it any longer. So even those who have been deceived by the criminals who sold our leader, thinking that they can use command and control all of us, and then take us back to zoo where we are running out from. They can now, some of them now begin to see. There was one voice, the guy just said, the guy asked a very important question that if I pose this thing here, you delete it. Are you going to go to the all Nigeria media houses that reported this news? Are you going to go and delete them too? It is something that truth we can see. I can see this one, not that maybe they say this one is something that happened live, and it's happening. And if this kind of person, if the capacity of Nigeria defense staff is the one saying this, which means there's really in what our prime minister is doing. And I'm trying to bring it to you here, but because to ask you, what you have been telling all that this person is a criminal, this person this. Instead of you now to explain, you are deleting it, and maybe if you delete the one I post here, will you delete the one they are reporting in that going even into the international community?
I want you to see how our prime minister described them. IPOB Nigeria. Let us watch the video.
Yeah, exactly.
How he described them. Let us see
continue to call on
Biafrans
in Lagos to start to relocate back to Biafra land, where your security of life and properties will be guaranteed. The stark difference between the Biafra Republic government in exile of today that opted for armed struggle. I said the difference between the Biafra Republic government in exile today that opted for armed struggle in self-defense and pursue the liberation of the Biafra people from Nigeria and other Nigeria political pressure group called IPOB Nigeria that choose to support Nigeria during election, and they even have a candidate. In each election, this IPOB Nigeria support a candidate in every election. After their candidate has lost monumentally, they will come back to start shouting Biafra. The difference could not be any clearer than what happened in the entire 2023 electoral process. Nonetheless, still rampant are the ignorant anti-Biafra that blindly follows this IPOB Nigeria, who are now copying our system they know nothing about. When you are not educated, when you are not learned, when you did not study for your exam, you go to the exam hall to start copying somebody. When the person knows exactly what he or she is writing, you are copying. You do not know the source, you do not know how he arrived at whatever he or she is writing, and you copy. You are copying to failure. Why we are doing what we are doing today, they know nothing about it. Yet, they copy whatever we do. They distort fact and public opinion for the interest of Nigeria. Not for the interest of Biafra, but for the interest of Nigeria. They distort fact and public opinions. And then also, they disrupt our society through their manipulative propaganda. I want Biafra people to understand that the level the Biafra liberation is now, it has never attained this level in the history of Biafra since after the war. In a divided nation, the confrontation between the liberal democracy, which is what we, the Biafra Republic government in exile, and the Biafra de facto government are bringing to the Biafra people, and the idiot, like the IPOB Nigeria, the illiterate. What the difference is the reality you see today. And the activities of those anti-Biafra group are likely to persist for a while, but will disappear soonest before our self-referendum. Do not give a supporting hand to anything that will delay and disrupt the template we are using for the restoration and independent state of Biafra. By giving a voice or giving your channel or your platform for idiotic people who knows nothing about freedom fighting. As the Nigerian government uses them to attack our associates, also to use them to attack our societies, alliances, they take full advantage of the corrupt entity to enrich themselves. While Mazi is still in the DSS dungeon, that is the way they survive. You must not aid, abet the atrocities that they are committing in Biafra land. The IPOB Nigeria have always disguised themselves as Biafra activists, human rights advocate, or a progressive activist while engaging in a very despicable and unethical tactics and false propaganda. Their target is to drive the interest of the Nigeria representative in Biafra territory. We must never succumb to the forces of the terrorist Nigeria state, tyrannic and economics, the totalitarianism. We must not also be deceived by those who follow and serve them. The tyrannic communists of the Nigeria state must not be supported in any way. At this particular critical juncture, having faith is of utmost importance. Fellow friends, I call you today to increase your faith.
You see how he described them? This is exactly what they are, who they are.
Exactly, my brother. You know, one thing with our prime minister, he has answer to every question, every issue at any time, at any point in time. You present
Absolutely.
it. He described them the way they are. That's why we continue to pray that Chukwu Kabiyama will continue to increase him with wisdom and strength.
You see,
and to lead us to the freedom we are really. We're already there. We are already there. So we don't have any doubt. So
no doubt,
my brother, thank you once again for the opportunity giving me this morning to speak to our people. I want to encourage our brothers and sisters, those who are, especially those who are in Biafra land, to remain resolute. We're almost there, and we surely get there soonest. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much, my beloved brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that amazing contribution. Thank you so much. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect you. Fellow Biafrans that are watching us, anywhere you are watching from, have it in mind that Biafra has come. The only reason why you are not serious is because you are not paying attention. It is because you are not serious. It's because you're not playing your own role. If you are committed and you are serious, there's no way you'll be doubting the issue of Biafra. There's no way you will say you are confused. There's no way you can be confused. Except you are not genuine. If you are genuine, in this present situation, there's nothing anybody will tell you. You will see Biafra very, very close. Our victory is evidence. Our victory in the Biafra Republic of in exile, under our Prime Minister Mazi, the victory is sure. There's no doubt whatsoever. The only people that are denying this fact are the envious people, the enemies, the jealous people, those of them who are denying the fact, the saboteurs, the people that he just described. You see the way he described them and their activities. In every election, they will not only support the election, they will have a candidate, they will project a candidate. And when their candidate fails, they will come back and join us and begin to talk about Biafra. And the next minute, they will tell you that Mazi Simon Ekpa is the one working for the government. But today, the government of the zoo is confessing. They are confessing before the whole world the true situation of things on the ground. They can't hide it anymore. They can't hide their shame. They are confessing, and the whole world is watching. They haven't seen nothing yet. More revelations are going to come. They have not started confessing. They are going to cry. Because in this state that we are, nothing will stop Biafra from coming. There's no going back. It is forward ever and backward never. There's no going back. We have gotten to the point where we will step into Biafra. And there's nothing any man or woman can do on the planet Earth today to make us deviate from that direction. There's nothing. No matter what you do, no matter how you try, no matter your propaganda or your blackmail, you will never succeed. Let us continue to support our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Let us continue to support him. Continue to play your own role. Anything you can do to see that Biafra comes, start doing it now. Don't wait. Don't wait. Anything you know you can do to see that Biafra becomes a reality, go ahead and do it. Do not wait. Don't wait. Not even for a minute. Not even for a minute. Do not wait for a minute. I have said this time and time again that every one of us have a responsibility. There is not something you can do. There is something I can do. Every one of us have a responsibility. There is something we can do. Don't say there's nothing you can do. Don't say, oh, don't say, oh, you are too poor, or you are too rich, or you are too young, or you are too old. There is division of labor in this journey. Even something as simple as obeying instruction. When you obey instruction, you are doing a great job. When you hear Mazi say, sit at home, obeying that word alone, you are doing a wonderful job. And we bless you for it. It is not only, it's not about money. Already there are people that have placed the money in their hand to sponsor the coming of Biafra, to sponsor our freedom. And if you are one of them, you cannot hide. The more you continue to hide, the more you are making your pocket dry. The more you continue to hide from that responsibility, the more you begin to make your pocket dry. Find your call in the restoration of Biafra and answer that call. Every one of us has different call. There are some of us who are called in sponsoring financially. There are some of us who have the call in praying for Biafra, fasting and praying at all times. There are some of us who have the call on evangelism, broadcasting. There are some of us who have the call on sharing informations. You share videos, you share information, you like, you comment. All these things are areas of call. There are people who have the call on obeying instruction. Any day they hear that Mazi said, sit at home, they will sit without asking a question. All these things are areas of calls. Wherever you fall into, obey it diligently from your heart. Don't wait until you are being forced. Do it from your heart. And I bet you your life will never remain the same. Every one of us, we must prepare for the days ahead. Remember, from the 4th of December to 6th is a lockdown in Anambra State. Anambra State will be locked down. From 4th to 6th, a total lockdown. Have it at the back of your mind. If you have any brother, any sister, anybody in Anambra State, tell them they should be aware. Pass the message around. It is one of the responsibilities we have. Radical evangelism. When you get such information, you pass it around. 4th to 6th, it will be a total lockdown in Anambra State. You know the reason why we are locking down? To make sure that those people who are taking the life of our young ones are fished out. You saw a young child of just 4 years, a 4-year-old child whose intestine was gushed out by the bullet of the terrorist Zoological Republic for no just reason. That innocent child committed no crime. The parents committed no crime. They were not holding any arms. They were not committing any offense anywhere. But they took the life of that young child as young as 4 years old. Most of you saw the video where the intestine of that child was gushing out. Not only that, an innocent man, a widower that has 3 children, was also murdered. That widower, life was taken away from him. And the man is no more. A man that the wife died 3 weeks ago and left 3 children for him. They took the life of that man. The man also had an old-aged mother that he has to take care of. But what did they do? They take the life of that man. It is because of this thing and many more that we don't hear about. That is why our Prime Minister have activated it and said that anyone, no matter whom you are, anyone that is in Biafra land, you are in Anambra State, prepare yourself for what is coming. If you are in Anambra State, prepare yourself. Get yourself ready. Get yourself ready. On the 4th and on the 6th, you must prepare yourself. Listen and listen good. Listen and listen good. Don't wait for us to beg you. If you try to gamble with this very instruction, you are playing with your own life. The earlier you obey the instruction, the better for you. The earlier you obey, every instruction that is being given is not to intimidate you, is not to make you suffer. It is to bring the plight of the people before the whole world. And the earlier you obey, the better for you. I pray that Chukwu Okike will help us and make our voice being heard. You're welcome, my beloved sister. Thank you so much for joining. Good to see you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my sister. Good to see you.
Good morning, Mazi. Mazi best. I greet you.
Mazi, our sister is greeting you. Mazi best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
You're welcome.
Welcome, my beloved sister.
It's really good to see you. Be here today. Thank you.
I'm very happy to see you. It's been a long time. I've not seen you around.
Yes.
I know we are all busy on different angles. You are busy. Yes. I can see your handwork in other places. Thank you so much, my sister.
You're welcome.
She's always on Twitter, firing.
Yeah, I hear her voice all the time. She's there. All of us have our cause. That is where she's there.
She's a very strong woman, honestly.
Very, very active on Twitter.
There will be no peace for the wicked until Biafra is restored.
Yes,
absolutely.
One Nigerian is this word, put it down. There will be no peace for the wicked until Biafra is restored.
You see? You see? They will never know peace.
Ah, God. First of all, I just want to start by describing who our Prime Minister is. Who he is to me. Our Prime Minister, ESN, Ekpa, Simon, Njoku, His Excellencies, the great man, a man of wisdom, a man that never shiver in any mountain he saw, he see. Because you know that mountain, with his words, with the power given to him by Almighty God, the great oracle, the great warrior, when he speaks, that mountain will melt down.
Yes.
A lot of people were looking at this struggle, this Biafra restoration, as a mountain. Even till now, some foolish ones still think that it's impossible. What Njoku fought, and a lot of people were killed with a genocide war, which the British used Nigerian soldiers to commit against our people. No, that is impossible. You still can't walk. But that mountain of Biafra restoration, our Prime Minister make it to look like a playground before our eyes. He make it to look like just a mere playground, like somebody like me cannot walk on it. Me, way fat like another thing horrible. I know if you climb mountain now, if they say let me go to climb mountain, which leg I'll take climb, which power, which strength? I've been out with my asthma condition, I'll climb mountain. But our Prime Minister made that mountain of Biafra restoration to become a playground that somebody like me can just get up and start walking on it, just like this.
Yeah.
Just calmly, that is who he is. His wisdom is more than that of Solomon that was described in the Bible. Because the Bible said Solomon was filled with wisdom of thousands of men. But I will tell you that our Prime Minister, ESN, Ekpa, Simon, Njoku, His Excellency, wisdom is more than that of millions, billions of men. A wisdom like his own have never existed.
Yeah.
That is who he is. So, after giving myself this joy of talking of my honorable Prime Minister, I want to express my joy of what is going on in the zoo. Of the people that are crying. When they know what I go help them buy basic. No waiting. You know what we will do? We have to, you know that tunnel, that pipeline where they put for Biafra land, where they won't carry come Europe.
Yeah.
We go divert down to their eye, so that all their tears go they follow that pipeline.
Make it a flow, go meet them.
Make it go meet them. Go punish them. Shege to Nigeria. To that zoological Nigeria, that evil contraption, that land that have Jesus, that place that have taken a lot of blood of our people, of the innocent ones, of the indigenous people of Biafra, of the indigenous people of Erewa, of the indigenous people of Oduduwa. Woe unto you, Nigeria. Woe unto you. Even you that is still one Nigerian is, woe unto you. Peter Obi, woe unto you, Shege. Your death, if you don't repent now, your death will be more worse than that of a mere servant. Those our ancestors they took as slave. Your death will be worse than that. Peter Obi, I'm talking to you. That you will still go out there and be making broadcasts. Nigeria a better Nigeria. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? Why are you not ashamed of yourself? Why you not? Your shame, Peter Obi. Your shame, they shame me. Your shame, they shame me. You cause pain to a lot of our people. They destroy. Although I'm not angry about that, what they are destroying their property, but it's so painful that you allow yourself to be used as Judas. You know,
exactly.
Judas was used to betray Jesus. But yeah, he did bad thing, but Jesus died for our sin. If Judas was not used, you know, so Obi,
it's something that is bound to happen.
It's bound to happen, but just that Obi allow himself to be used, to be that tools that they will start because without destroying the property of our people in Lagos, their score
will not open.
That brain, that their brain when they don't commode the real brain, put sour pap on it to replace their real brain where God give them. It not will come back. Their destruction of their property is a plan of God. God has planned it. You know that is the only way is people will come back home. But Obi was used to achieve that because of the anger. While Obi contest, they started destroying our property, our brother's property in Lagos. We are not feeling bad about it. But all I want to tell you people, my brothers and sisters in the homeland, please, whatever you lost at Lagos, your life worth more than that.
Exactly.
Pack the pieces that left. Go back to Biafra land, as our Prime Minister have advised you, as our Supreme Leader, Mazi have been saying. Go back to Biafra land. Start up a little business there, whatever you can afford. Be managing it, please. Go back to Biafra land. You that his business is still at hand. Pack your business, go to Biafra land and start managing your business from there. Because when Biafra come, you don't need a lot. You don't need too much to live. You don't need to get mansions everywhere to live happily. Because you don't need to build heaven and earth to secure the future of your children. No, the government will do that. Biafra government will do that. Let me tell you just a short story. Though I work with DB, this is my work. I work with DB. Yeah. It's a government work. I work in a government, but I'm a cleaner. Yeah. But I have all the benefits, like somebody that is working in the office.
You see?
I have 2 months holiday every year, 2 months and 2 days. But I still have other work that I do around. There is this work, this house I go to clean privately. It's a black work. Because I can do any work. So far the work is a genuine work. I can do it to sponsor, to be able to put small thing on the table. To be able to put small thing for this Biafra struggle.
Absolutely.
So this house I go to clean, the husband is a very rich businessman. And the wife is a medical doctor. He has his own private practice as a psychologist. So they have a lot of money, but they are still in rent. The house that I go to clean is a very big house, but I come to discover that they rent it. Wow. So after getting their confidence, everything, we used to talk. So one day I asked the woman I was cleaning, she was cooking. I asked her, I said, you people have a lot of money. Yeah, she even tell me how much they earn monthly. More than 10,000 euro. Both of them. More than. I said, why don't you just buy a house? If you buy, he said no. He said they are comfortable like this. I said, hey. I said, but he said no. They say if their children, when they grow, with their work, if they feel like buying a house, they can buy, they can get their houses, but they are comfortable. They want to enjoy themselves. They want to give their children best education. And do you know why they say that word? Because they have trust. These children they are talking about, the biggest one was 7 years old, 7 years speaking. They already have that security. They already have that 100% assurance because of the system, the country they are. That this 7 years old Peking, in 20 years to come, once we give them a better education, they are going to get a very good job because the system is very good.
Yeah.
That is the assurance. They are very rich. They have just one car, one better one, but one. If it were to be a Nigerian person in that their position, they will have thousands of cars. Will be building mansion upon mansion everywhere. Then when they die and go, their children will useless everything because they didn't labor for it. That is to tell you that it is more better to fight for your freedom now. That when Biafra come, you will have a peaceful life. You will live a healthy life. All you have to think of, take care, even though you have billions, you have to take care of your children's school. Let them go to the best of school in Biafra land. Having 100% assurance that this speaking when you born today, this 2023, 30 years to come, because of the good system of Biafra government, they are going to get a good job. They are going to be able to take care of their self. You will not have that fear of thinking of their future. Because you know that the system, the government is good. The government is stable. You have 100% trust on your government. That is what I learned from what that man, that woman told me. That was 2 years ago. It still come to my mind. Because he has that 100% that Germany government is 100% sure there is work. Even before you finish your school. My daughter just finished a nursing school now. When he was going to that nursing school, she was receiving 1,200 euro every month for 3 years. He was in school. That is exactly what Biafra is bringing to you. Before she finished, the hospital that she was going to practice, they were all begging her. Before she finished, they were sending letters. We have letters upon letter of offers of work. She has to take all of them and do interview and select the best.
That is what we are looking for. That is what you get when you have a working system. Once you have a government that have a working system. Our problem, 80% of the problem will be solved automatically.
Automatically.
80% will be solved automatically. That is why sometimes when I see people, they leave what they're supposed to be talking about, you focus on different direction. The problem is that there is no system. The government is dead. And you can't revive it until people begin to understand this. And that is why Biafra is working out. Building a system already. When you see the plan of Biafra, you will understand that things are going to be better.
Nigeria government didn't die. Nigeria government had never existed. Nigeria government have never existed. There have never been a government for the people, by the people.
Never, never, never. There's no government in Nigeria.
They have never been. They have always been criminals. Looting, fighting for themselves, fighting for their criminals, colonial criminals. So my brothers and sisters, please don't allow anybody, nobody, none of your brothers and sisters, what blood, what any money, your yes. Freedom, the future. Don't think Absolutely. Of today. Don't.
Thank you so much. I think it's a network problem. Yeah, welcome, my beloved brother Maxwell. Good to see you.
Thank you, Mazi Chooks. Anytime
you wear this, I'm so happy to see you today.
Yes, sir. I'm so great. I'm happy also. Anytime when you wear this, our local, my Namoche's local cap like this. I remember my stepfather in Nigeria though. Good morning, my brother in the studio, and good morning to our numerous listeners.
Mazi, I hate you.
Thank you, sir. God bless you. Good morning to all my Nemoches and Namoches that are in the comment section and those that are watching us. If you have the opportunity to come, please come in and join us. And I'm happy that you have changed the StreamYard, and this one now can take more than at least.
It can now contain more people.
Yeah. Yes. It was difficult to join when other people were there before you. Thank you so much, Mazi Chooks. This is the more I saw Ndibo. I do not know if there is anybody that doesn't speak Igbo, but forgive me. In the Igbo language, they said, "Akuku kafo omapo." So, so the first one was the first akuku, and after 1 year now, then we now increase it. So that is what I mean. So that's that. We are making progress, my people. Anybody that tells you that we are not making progress, that person is a pathological liar. I salute you, my sister from the other side.
The warrior queen.
I enjoy you. I enjoy your words and everything. You are doing well.
Thank you
God
very much,
Almighty will continue to strengthen you and the likes of you for what you are doing for my motherland, because that is where my mother comes from, not my father.
That is my brother. I will be me.
Thank you. Thank you. You see,
you, sir. You are welcome.
Thank you. It is no longer an illusion that Biafra is going to come. Those people that said that, oh, Biafra will not come. Oh, you said 1 year, you said there are preparations. Things are done strategically, systematically.
Absolutely.
There are certain things you need to put in place, but your eyes must be, you have a target, and that target is Biafra. And there are quite a number of things that you have to do in preparation towards that Biafra that we are looking at. Most Absolutely. Of the things that we aspire to get what we want, and we cannot, aspire without doing anything. You see, when we pray to God, God help us. God, please do this for me. God, you must put little effort, and the grace of God will multiply those efforts and give you what you want. And people who never believe that you will achieve that will have a rethink of themselves. And some of them will tell you, say, oh, this guy, he be like, he be juju. It be like say Obugozu, you know, that kind of a thing. So this is how it is. Things we do before a country comes, there must be it is procedural. We have to pass through those stages and get them done and then move. Once you get a step after step, I am not, you know, in support of anybody that will come out and tell you, oh, you have no, we know our target and we are following it systematically. That is what strategically, and that is what you are doing. So, my people, I would like to say the God that gave us a replacement in the name of Simon Ekpa is not a fake God. Believe it or not. The God that gave us. Look, for any of us that is jittery or entertaining fears about the safety of Simon Ekpa, go and listen to one of the pastors that I normally follow said. I think I said that in a Linda TV show some time ago. I said something that I said, the man said that if you fight Simon Ekpa, you are doing that at your own peril. He says Simon Ekpa is engulfed with the spirit of freedom. Freedom, freedom. If you don't want him, don't fight him. If you want him, support him. If you fight Simon Ekpa, you are doing that at your own peril. And that is what is going on. And it is happening today. You see what is going on. Many are called, but few will be chosen.
Few are chosen.
Few will be chosen. And this few will be very, very organic and responsible for the development of Biafra. So do not let anybody of fear, engulf you because of what people are saying, because of what the Ohaneze Ndiatoro and the Ndiewu and Nketa are saying. They are now demanding for state police. They are demanding for state police to tackle the activities of Biafrans, which they have never. Nigeria will give them. They will give them because anything that affects the unity of that criminal entity bothers the Nigerian people. It bothers them. It bothers them. Don't be surprised they will give them state police. But
just to see that they are fighting, just to fight against Biafra.
Yes, this is why I said in the space yesterday that the war we are fighting is a war against our people. We are fighting against ourselves. I will send you a quote, all the obnoxious quotes from the Igbo criminal political elite. One of them is Ojo Zakalo that allow Ruga to take place so that Igbo presidency will be assured. Look at the kind of mentality of these people. And after that, after Lokwanta and whatever they did there, and then
Lokwanta, after the life we lost in Lokwanta, he still have the gut to open his mouth and speak.
I am telling you, these are some of the people that disgust me. When I see them, I feel like throwing up. Because these people are just, I don't know what happened. They are just fools in the head. They are hollow in the head. These people are hollow in the head. There is nothing. The only thing they think about is their political interest. They do not think of the number of people that were slaughtered or massacred behind the bushes, in the bushes of Olokwanta. They don't care about the number of our people that have been marginalized in the north as we speak. As these attacks are going on by the terrorists in the north, our people are being affected. They don't care. Look, Biafra is the last option for everybody in the old eastern region. Both the south-south and the southeast. I am telling you today, I would have loved the south-south to pick up, because this my great sister that is here is from the south-south region of Biafra land.
I'm from Edo State, to be precise. So that
Thank you.
I'm from Edo State.
Yeah, I know that.
I'm Edo Igbo.
I know that. You see?
I want to say it so that they know.
There, thank you.
People that are listening.
Okay, you see, the majority of the natural resource that is Nigeria is crowding today, Mazi Chooks, where are they coming from? Is it not in Biafra land? A majority of them
all from
the
Biafra land. From A to Z is from Biafra land.
Good.
The fowl that laid the golden egg.
How many of our people from that area own oil wells? When
Not
they
even
complain,
one.
I have been to when I was fighting against the Cameroonians in Bakassi Peninsula, I had the opportunity to pass through Oron, Ekan, Oron in Akwa Ibom, and Ekan, and some parts of Port Harcourt to connect Oron. I know what I saw. There are no bridges. If you see the rickety canoes and speedboat that they are using, that the wave can break into pieces.
It's heartbreaking.
Where they defecate is where they fetch water to drink. And as you are defecating, the fishes under the water there will be taking the feces that you are throwing, the excreta that you are throwing in there. I have experienced it. The water they drink is this desalinated water. Salt water that is desalinated. And you cannot keep that water for more than 5 days. It begins to grow some green things inside the rubber where you store that water. Most of you that live in those areas knows when they did not desalinate seawater, salt water very well, it creates a lot of something like algae and inside the rubber where you store it, green things like that, and you would not even like to drink it anymore. This is what our people pass through. And before you will buy something, you have to take a speedboat from Abana headquarters, Bakassi, to Oron or Ekan. Or you go to Cameroon. These are some of the things our people go through over there. But they laid the golden egg. Instead of them to pick up the mountain, I wanted them to pick up the mantle of this Biafran agitation because they are the most marginalized.
Of course.
But they left the fruit. They left the fruit, breadfruit, that is in their father's compound, their ancestral land, to fall while they are sleeping. Other people are picking it. You allow your cousins, brothers to begin to do what our people from that side are supposed to do. That is the reason why anywhere I go or I call upon them. Like Mazi Nnamdi said, for those of them that are still sitting on the fence, something will cause them to wake up. And once they wake up, you will see them very stronger than what we are doing. And I pray that that day will. I pray that that day will come. And we cannot get this without unity. We must unite to get what we want. And once we unite, there is no force on this earth. Even the foreign imperialists, the neo-colonialists, like I call them, they will not have no power over the unity and strength of our people. And I pray so that will happen. And I would like to use this in my rounding up. I would like to use this opportunity to greet Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wherever he is. For those of us that has been in that system before, for almost 18, 19 years, I know what I am talking about. But remember, the more, look, there is an irony I want to say today, but most of us will believe it, and some that knows will believe, some that doesn't know will also, argue with it. The more you treat a house help or slave in your house badly and keep him or her, treat him or her badly, the more your family members will begin to develop love for that slave. I want to assure you today, all the things that we are doing here, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is listening. That is why the man is still strong where he is. He is still strong. The only thing we owe him is prayers. As you just wake up, you just say, may God protect this son of Biafra land. Simple. And it is gone, and it is gone. We are so many. If all the mouths that are professing and talking on social media will continue to say, may God protect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wherever he is, amen, you will see what will happen. The evil hands that are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not prevail upon him.
Never.
Spiritually, he is strong. Physically, as a human being, he might be, weak, but spiritually, that man is strong. And another person I have to thank God for is Simon Ekpa. I don't know how he does his things. I don't know. He is a veteran. He is a veteran. I'm also a veteran. I do not know.
The unsolvable mathematics.
This one, a pass algebra. This one pass algebra. This man, a pass algebra. He's simultaneous equation.
He's a menace. He's a menace to the zoo.
He is the you see, you can't swallow him. You can't vomit him out.
It's their nightmare.
Today, you see,
they have agreed that it's their nightmare.
Garrett, exactly. Where a child is crying and pointing finger, if the mother is not there, the father is there. Yeah. These people, they are gathering now, and no matter how they gather, they will fall. Like my brother Goodman used to say, the harder they come, the harder they are going to fall. And, taking from the lyrics.
They are struggling to get up.
They will fall
already.
And I would like to end up. I would like to end up. Yes, I would like to end up with this proverb. I don't know whether my Biafran queen will understand, but when I finish, I will say it in English.
Go ahead. We understand.
And those adults, they fall. These people are going to fall. My sister, what I said is this: he who is chasing the fowl will be doing the falling.
That is how we call it also.
Yes, we'll be doing the falling. We'll be doing the falling, whereas this fowl will be doing the running. And some of the falls, they will fall. They will not just fall and get monkeyage or bruises. So they will fall and break neck. They will break hands, neck. They will break their legs. And we, the Biafran people, will go and leave them as they are nursing their wounds. Thank you so much. And may Chukwu Okike will continue to bless you and bless our warriors in our land that are seeing to it that our land is, safe for our people to go to their farms. May God bless you. May God protect you all wherever you are. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. Thank you so much, my beloved brother and comrades. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that wonderful submission. We appreciate you. Brother Maxwell he's one of us, even though he's in Ghana. His mother is a Nigerian, a Biafra, not Nigeria. God forbid, not Nigerian. His mother is a Biafran and he's a Ghanaian, but he is very, very deep in what we are doing. He has served in Nigerian military. He has served in Nigerian military. He served for a very long time. So whatever information he's passing, what he's saying is first-hand information. He knows very much about them. So we appreciate him for the support as we are moving on. If somebody who is on a distance way can be able to fight, that's what I look at sometimes. When you look at people who are committed on this very struggle, if somebody, look at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the UK. He has British citizenship. He has a business over there. He has all the comfort. He is a prince. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu decide not to ask of your freedom, he will be living like a king. Today, in the absence of his parents, he's a king. Look at our prime minister. Our prime minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, with all his qualification, he's a politician in Finland, a councillor, somebody who has won councillorship in Finland, well connected. What he has today is what everybody is aspiring to have. Connected up to the presidency of Finland. And yet he abandoned all these things, all this qualification. All his qualification, his own venture and business in Finland. He is talking about you. And that's when I look at some people, they say he's after money or he's after popularity. And I look at them, I laugh. How much is he going to make in this struggle today with the partner that he cannot make in Finland? With the connection he has up to the presidency, we have seen pictures where he was licking ice cream with somebody who is a president. The connection that some of us are praying, every day you pray, you call Holy Ghost 24 hours to have such connection. Somebody has it, and yet he kept it aside and he's fighting for your freedom. How can you see all these things and you think it's a joke? So many of us you see online coming on daily basis talk. We have our jobs abroad. We are living. We are okay. Hunger is not killing us. What you are facing in Nigeria, but yet people abandon it. You leave all those luxury. You leave all those comfort. We are still focused on home because we know where we come from. We know there is no place like home. There is no place like home. It is not about us as an individual. It is about us as a family.
As a family.
When only one person is rich and every other person around you is poor, you are the poorest man on the planet Earth. Yes. If you are rich and everybody around you is poor, you are poor. That is why when I see this idiot they call the richest man in Africa, Dangote, you are answering the richest man in Africa, and your region is where you have the poorest region in the world. You are from the poorest region in the world, and you're asking the richest one in Africa.
Because they are using the money to buy weapons to come and kill us.
Exactly, he's poor. The poorest man he can take up. Even Bill Gates told him to his face. That is just what to be a rich man.
He just steal the Zoom money they are parading and using as his
He doesn't have money.
He has no money.
He doesn't have money. He doesn't have anything. The opportunity they give to that man, that Dangote of a man, the opportunity you give, if you give that opportunity to the dullest person in Biafra land, the dullest person in Biafra, he will be the richest man in the world, not even in Africa.
They withdraw all Biafra men businessmen. They withdraw their business license and give everything
somebody
to
somebody has access to the CPN of the zoo.
Where elephants,
you see the refinery they claim that he
elephants make.
They took all the whole money and give to him.
Exactly.
And he said
the country built the refinery and gave him free of charge.
The same country that claim that they cannot build the refinery, they carry it and give individuals to build. They carry the whole money and give it to him to build the refinery.
Yeah.
And he said his loan. After they say he has paid it, why he have not paid anything? I think 2 days, whether this week or last week, he said that he went and met Shetima because he know that Tinubu is trying to get he want to make sure that he went and met Shetima. All this one, they say the businesses, they say we provide job. They went there for this one, IT, this and all his lies. He just want to go and tell Shetima so that they will find out Tinubu will not come after him for those loans. They say that Tinubu, there is no record that he returned the money. The billions of naira they gave him that. Even the refinery, even when they use their wayo, say they commissioned the refinery up to today. Have you produced even a 1 liter of petroleum? But they have commissioned it. They say they listen.
And you see one heartbreaking thing there. One heartbreaking thing.
All their life is lies, scam.
One of the heartbreaking thing I see among them is that our Biafran people that go and connect with them, that is the most heartbreaking thing. Look at the Emefiele today. Look at the Emefiele today, who they used to steal all those money. Today, Emefiele is in Kuje prison. But all the people that he gave that money, he signed that money for, they are enjoying.
That's what our leader told them. Serve the zoo and come back in shame.
Come back in shame.
After helping him, the man is there now. I think he said he did his best. But if he left for you, and even if he said he didn't do his best, that is for you. But he himself, he know that he have done it, but he changed.
Emefiele was their ATM. Emefiele was their personal ATM card. They were using.
Look at how they use the
Emefiele. All those crimes. Now, Tinubu cannot go to the man who were commanding him, asking him to do the man he was working for. The one is free. Then
nobody asked him any question. Nobody asked him. It was Buhari that was pushing everything. He was signing. His own is just to release the money. Buhari will sign. Buhari was the one that put in the signature. His own is to release the money. Today, he is the one. Today they are using. They are punishing him now. Every other person, every click of what have you seen them arresting anybody that belongs to anybody that works under Buhari? Every one of them that stole that money, they left them. It's only Emefiele. Emefiele today is the one they took to Kuje prison.
So, you remember the one where he collect billions of dollars? Then they want to do Nigeria here. When they go rent a plane for Ethiopia.
Ethiopia Airlines, Nigeria Airways. Exactly.
Buhari will come down. Now that flag now Buhari take comot when you don't hand over to Tinubu, and people you will still sit down and say you are one Nigeria.
Hey, that's why I said earlier. You know, they believe in lies, and they live with lies, and sometimes to some extent they begin to believe themselves. Even when they are telling themselves lies, they begin to believe that what they are saying is the truth. How can somebody? They see it clearly. They know that what this person is saying is lie. They keep on. Look at their Zoom media. Is any of them talking about that scam that somebody come and took?
Nobody is talking about it anymore. Nobody was prosecuted. Nobody was arrested. Nothing.
Now Fulani now, who want to fear or let Tinubu go talk? Now we have Tinubu forget power. Now he go now. Only Emefiele.
This is pass power.
And I don't pity for Emefiele, and I don't pity for any Biafra.
Pity for him for waiting. No pity for him. No pity. We are only saying it because of a lesson. Let it be a lesson. Go and serve them. You come back the same way. Look at all of them. Look at what this one that he's serving his own jail time in UK now. What is that his name? He's serving his own. You saw Jesus Okali when he was crying. Jesus Okali was crying. He said some of us are not treated well. You see him. Rochas Okorocha. You saw Rochas Okorocha where he was calling Holy Ghost when they came to arrest him. Every single one of them. These are a bunch of idiots. We are only calling their name as a lesson for people who are still hoping on one Nigeria. Just like my sister said here, you see this London boy. The same thing will happen to London boy.
It's simple. It's already happening to him. It's already happening. He will not arrest. He will not escape arrest. He will not escape arrest. All this arrest is running from. He will not escape it. If you see him, you will see that. If you see that, you will see that. You will discover that he's no longer that kind of. He is already losing hope. That's why we claim that the new Nigeria. You will discover that that energy is no longer there. He cannot lot of because he have seen that all this thing is just doing it, thinking that he can compare himself with those who already listen. They ask him come, so he say he want to show them say he can do it. Now he have realized that they want to put him where he belongs, and now he don't know what to do again. If you look at his words now, you know that
they go arrest him. They go put him for where he belongs very soon.
Like what our sister said earlier. I wanted to make a little comment on what he said earlier about our Prime Minister. You see, I remember I was watching his live program that time, the time when they kidnapped our leader newly, when we are doing this. When our Prime Minister prayed for 1,000 men wisdom. Yes. And then God answered our prayer. Within that time, he was still praying that God answered our prayer. But some people thought that it was a joke. It was just like maybe he was doing it. But if somebody who is sincere to himself, I'm looking what is happening on the other side, you will discover that truly that God answered that prayer right away as he was making that prayer. Something happened on that. As he doing hand like this and praying, in that hour he was still praying. You see. So and after that moment again. He came on his program. He was doing program. He said that was when this autopilot, when he mentioned this autopilot. I want that one live too. He was listening. He made a decision that he foresee that this movement is not entering into autopilot.
Absolutely.
He even called these useless people, thinking that they are genuine. He called them that.
It was an advice to them, a revelation was given to him. He was saying it as an advice. As an advice, the revelation of advice.
He called them, that time he called them leadership of Biafra. He called them that they should pray and they brace up on what is to come. He was thinking that
you are following.
He also called on these useless politicians that call themselves governors. He said what is coming in Biafra, that he foresee that people will rise up. That our people, even the spirit of those that died, will rise up. They cannot contain what's coming, except they prepare for it.
A clear revelation.
In clear terms. Even after I finished in 2-3 days, he came back. He was saying it. That was the one I didn't even notice it on time. He was the one that when I was watching the program, he said that some people were calling him, telling him to retake that statement. He said that they enter on autopilot. He told them that he now said on that program that he want to explain that what happened here. Sometimes when he entered this place and was doing a program, there are certain things that he said here that's not really coming out as, let's say, he doesn't prepare, say, okay, this is what I'm going to talk. This is maybe pick a topic. As he was going through that topic, he made a kind of filled with spirits. Every other thing that he's saying, he's just saying it on his own. So he explained that in finish. He did not mean that maybe the IPOB that is being recognized the leadership or something, but this is the kind of people need to understand that what revelation that comes, that these people think that kidnapping our leader will be the end of this thing, but he's saying that what Biafra people will kind of revolt and making sure that what this thing did not happen, that you want them to brace up. After it, they begin to, that's when they now, a kind of, as if maybe they put fire on there. They put kerosene on fire. All of them now, we call all their earrats everywhere. I remember, I still recall, one of them, the idiots now, that one no longer, nobody sees him again. Say he's so strong. Every time I carry your soldier. Not one with it, the other one that is in Turkey. Maybe whether I don't know, nobody sees me again now on social media.
That one, it don't disappear.
He don't disappear. I remember we had encounter with him one-on-one like this on phone. I began to pick him point by point. I asked him several questions. He could not. At the end of the day, when I did this, I thought that maybe he's a human being. No, he's okay. But the way he see it, the way he see that it was. I said, look at this. I bring all the points, give it to him. He now agreed. After all, he still continue again. I said, this guy is a very useless human being. You could not prove the point. You could not prove to me that, yeah, this person has been bought according to you. He claimed that he's doing Nigeria this. He was one Nigeria. He was trying to destabilize the this. I said, prove it to me. You can't prove it. All my points, as I prove it to you, you could no longer counter them. I see that at the end of the day, you still went ahead and continue that useless thing. You. Where is him today? Nowhere to be found. So, my brother, this issue is that what, just as our prime minister said, that he will be their end.
He has become their end already.
He has become their end already. He told that what God will use him to end Nigeria, and this is where it's coming to. Now that they have accepted that he's have become the menace, they could no longer penetrate into our land because of his utterances and his activities. According to them, they use only utterance. They don't want to say the real thing. But we know. You understand? And this is how it will come. It will be because even our leader said it. When Elohim, like as he always said that Elohim our leader already passed the message before now. For those of us who are true followers and believers of what is going on, we know the truth, and it will surely come to pass. So, on this end, I would like to say our people to remain reasonable. Those who have never believed, they will see it with their own eyes, and they will believe by force, whether they like it or not. Like I said earlier, if you deny the truth, that will never change the truth not to be the truth. So you only deny it at your own peril, because at the end of the day, it will still remain the truth. Thank you, my brother, and God bless you. Our sister.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
God bless you too.
We have done it. I think we have to be rounding up. Let's just get the closing remark and round up, because I've spent almost, this is the highest time I've spent on broadcast. My broadcast is always short. 1 hour, 30 minutes. But when you see able men and women online, so what do you have to do? You have to give the time. So let us just take our closing remark and end it up and get to other items. My beloved sister, warrior queen, I give you the floor. Speak to Biafrans, give the closing remark, and more especially, you can use your language and talk to people who need to hear you directly. It's very important.
Yes.
Go ahead, my sister.
I want to, first of all, let me use English, then I will say something in my language.
Go ahead, my sister.
Please, my brothers and sisters, most of you that are in abroad, you that you still pay that tithe and offering in the church, your heaven that you see now is Biafra land. Let me just use myself as an example. My heaven, the heaven where me they see now, the heaven where I won't go for now is Biafra land. So that is why all my tithe and offering, I have directed it to our Biafra government in Neza. Go to that link. It's everywhere. Start donating. Stop giving your money to one pastor to use to go and be doing his own personal business, to go and buy private jets, to go and do all sorts of things that you cannot benefit from. They are telling you that you need to sow seed so that you can your reward in heaven will be great. But then they are building their mansions here on earth. Why didn't they build their own mansion on heaven and use that money to help the less privileged, to open company in Nigeria, in that one Nigerian they are talking about, so that people can work? Somebody like Adeboye will say, you want to build the biggest church that will contain either Adeboye or Yedepo, that will contain thousands, millions of people. What happened to the one that you already have? Can't you think? Why can't they use that money to build a very big company and employ their church member to be working? People are dying every day, no work. But they want more bigger church so that they will get more money to build more mansion here on earth. Why they don't want that? They don't want that go heaven, but they go around with bodyguards. Please, enough is enough. Take that tithe and offering to fight for your freedom, for your future. My heaven, the heaven I want to go as I still live life now, is Biafra restoration, is to go back to Biafra land. So I think it is good for you to do the same. You cannot say that Nigeria doesn't have plan. That mansion, that big fine house where they build for home, stop building it. Take that money to fight for your freedom, because you will not need that mansion to be happy in Biafra land. In Biafra land, you are going to be living as we are living in this abroad. It's going to even be more beautiful because we have everything in that land. So my brothers and sisters, please support this movement. Enter the movie train, join the movie train. If you are woman, if you don't know nudazi, if you do making, wala wo wakobo kugbe. Obi, the solution. Obi, ome bebeye no. Obi, ome bebeye no. Epita Obi. There ome bebeye. Oh, kamuwa amata. If Obi no be wayo person, if I tell you the truth. Oh, te wanta mawawe. In Nigeria, eti made. Nuwala wo. Nuwavyo boji yeke Simon Ekpa. Wavyo boji oyeke. If you don't nire webo. Walao, wado deby. A struggle Biafra. A Biafra is the only solution. Biafra, all can be that peace of mind, that rest of mind. No one. My bad, and I hear things that don't know. I can't even speak my language again. No allow a Biafra gare, a koshorima, or can there be mudia. Biafra, all can say Ofumegbe Magwalo. Arioba ni Magwalo, a Biafra. Okay, and then where do I go? Sabe where I guy? Where they are boring winner. On one Monday, I said Friday. Saturday, where we were. Sunday, why you or who got go Salobua? A Biafra gare, we cannot go Sabe Naga. A Biafra gare. Oh, can I tell you, or you know why you go sa? Because when we were Jenna, where did go Sabe Naga? Because so I'm go sa. Oh, man. Also, I'm away. Here can you go Kerenu? Woko. Obanoko, Ogbagare, Omugo that way. We don't have no Bobeko, who yellow Yako, but we not go Yami by any wood. But a Biafra Gary, in winner, or can't Boveya. In winner, that Boveya, because every man will talk. Yaya Agba, every man enjoy the web with ya, a Biafra Viodi, Nuala Wu, Nuario Boji, a Biafra Yeke. A solution. Mammy, if money be you will a money ritual. I give me a Biafra. Because we are just school, Uje University Ulatia. In Wuna Mudiakewe. Walao, Wadiboba, a Samonek by Yeke. Wadibojo Yeke. The mammy and I come your talk. The Biafra may now read. Regima, we need Jesunogi. He said, thank you, my brother. So I will
Thank
just
you
have
so
to
much,
leave
my
now
beloved
because
sister.
I'm at work. You are welcome. You are welcome.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
Biafra is my
you.
heaven. Biafra is the heaven I'm looking up to now. Thank you very much.
Thank you. My brother Mashi, go on, my brother Mashi. Give your closing remark to Biafran people. Are you there, my brother Mashi? Are you still there? Think your network?
My network is disturbing. Okay, I'm still.
Okay.
Thank you, my brother. Resolute. They should stop believing the lies of those in the zoo. Keep on telling them that, especially the lies that they have no other country but the zoo. The zoo is a contraction, it's never a country, and it can never give them any hope. Our hope is in Biafra, and Biafra is already close at hand. Let everybody support the Biafra Republic of Minnesota, support our Prime Minister. Let you pray that we are very soon will be on our listening. The zoo is completely dead. They will never survive Tinubu, the drug and the career criminal administration. They have managed to survive Buhari. They will not survive Tinubu. So the only hope they have
survive this one
now is Biafra. Let them support what we're doing so that we get it faster than as expected. That is the only hope we have. And through the grace of Chukwu Kabiama, the victory is already ours.
Yes.
His network is breaking.
Yeah, network is troubling.
Yeah. Can I just say this last word before you close up?
Okay.
You know, our brother said before, our brother Ubumi, he said Mazi, he said Biafra is the only hope of Biafra. I want to extend it. When he was saying it, this thing came to my mind. Biafra is not the only hope it's not hope for only Biafrans. It's not the only hope for only Biafrans. Biafra is the only hope of the all indigenous people of the one Nigerianism.
Exactly.
Biafra is the only hope of the Oduduwa nation. And Biafra is the only hope for the few remaining Erewa nation, the one that Fulani have killed remain. Because when Biafra come, there's one of our leader broadcast I listened to. He said he is fighting for Biafra. He said it's not only for Biafra because it's the only way after the dismantle of Nigeria. Then we cannot come together. He said what we have. I'm going to give oil free to the Yorubas and to the Erewa nation so that they can build their nation. Just imagine if Biafra come, if we are using it for only ourselves, if we start building company, building car companies, different companies, if the nation around us they are not worthy, who are going to buy those cars from us?
Nobody. It's real waste.
So we are going to empower them.
Absolutely.
They should not, the Oduduwa nation, they should not think, and the Erewa, the indigenous people of Erewa and Oduduwa. Don't think that when Biafra come, because what we have, what is in Biafra land, is enough to make all Africa rich. Not to talk of just Olewe. So, after the restoration of Biafra, after we have done away with all those criminals, the Fulani, me as a Biafra, I have the right to deport all the Fulani from my land. You, the Oduduwa, you have the right to deport Fulani away because they are not part of you. So as Erewa. Then after that, we cannot come together and negotiate. There's no way with the Biafran. There's no way we are going to allow our Oduduwa brothers and sisters to languish in poverty. No. So Biafra restoration is the hope of the indigenous people of Biafra. Yes. Biafra first. There is the hope of the indigenous people of Oduduwa nation. And Biafra restoration is the only hope of the indigenous people of Erewa. So that is what I want to just let them know. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my sister. That observation is really, I support it. It's a very good contribution. I love that. Thank you so much. My brother Machi Best, are you okay now?
Yeah.
Your network is kicking you off.
Okay. I think it's
okay, go ahead
a little bit okay now. Yeah. So I urge my brothers and sisters to remain resolute, and that our hope lies on Biafra, on our freedom. We need freedom, we need freedom, we need freedom, and no going back. Yes. So the better, the earlier they support everybody, those who believe that, who think that they have money, are thinking that their money is nothing, as they're already saying it. So even as that's do now, they claim that they have money, they can check it. Maybe they are, let's say, for those of them who have millions, they have it in their millions. Let them check what their millions, the millions they have today, let them check what it worth. That is what they have like 5, 6, 10 years ago. Let them check the value of it today. So is that what they should be proud of? So it's nothing. So they should bring out their money, let them get our freedom, and then repeat our home. The zoo is gone. If they like, let them continue to defend themselves. So they will be disappointed when eventually happen as it's coming to happen very soon. Thank you, my brother. And may God bless you too for your prayer efforts, keeping it pray every day, putting it on. So may God bless you, and may God bless our Prime Minister, and may God bless our leader, Mazi, and can continue to strengthen him and lead us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone that have contributed, our viewers that are watching far and wide, any place they're watching from. I appreciate everyone, and I say, may Chukwu continue to guide and protect every one of us in Biafra land. If you are in Biafra land, may Chukwu guide and protect you, secure you. Every Biafran, wherever you are living across the world, may Chukwu guide and protect you. May Chukwu guide and protect our Liberation Army, guide and protect the ESN, guide and protect our strike force, guide and protect our Black Navy, guide and protect our Air Force, guide and protect every forces that are fighting for Biafra. May Chukwu guide and protect them. May Chukwu guide and protect our de facto government in homeland. May Chukwu guide and protect all the members of the cabinet of Biafra Republic Government in exile. May Chukwu guide and protect them and secure them. May Chukwu guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. May Chukwu guide unleash angels for him to guide him and protect him. He is going out and coming in. No evil shall befall him. He will never dash his foot against a stone. Every hole they dig for him, every pit they dig for him, they will fall into it. May Chukwu guide and protect our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Wherever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is at this moment, we commit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the hand of Chukwu for divine protection, for divine healing, for divine revelation. Let that revelation continue to come to him. Let him know that we are standing with him 100%. And very soon, he will join us and we will celebrate together. Wherever you are joining us from, No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafran shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazi shall prosper. Thank you so much for joining wherever you are joining from. We see you again tomorrow, same time. Thank you and stay safe, my
Biafrans all over the world. Let us continue to support Eastern Security Network and Biafra Liberation Army. Every day they stand in the gap to defend us and only need our support to do the work they do. For the safety, security, and freedom of our communities. Let us do this together. Go to www.ipobinUSA.org/DONATE. Also go to www.biafrepublicgov.org/DONATE, where you can pay your liberation tax. We also accept donations on PayPal and Zelle. Just use the email address biafragov.org@gmail.com. For those in USA, we also accept donations or Cash App at $BIAFRAGOV. Freedom is not free, and together we restore it.